In today's episode, coworker who seems to be a compulsive liar. Fed up with idiot customers. I had nothing to say. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Coworker who seems to be a compulsive liar. I've worked with this girl, we'll call her K, for over a year now. She has her good weeks and bad weeks, as I'm sure many of us do, myself included, but now this has been a bad 2 months for her, and she seems to target me exclusively. At first it was a casual friendship, we'd joke and KD tell me her life story. I would respond in turn, and she'd even come to me for advice on occasion. Until one day K didn't like a joke I made, one that had been fine before, and she had made a joke with me on many previous occasions. She has a habit of picking up lazy boyfriends who use her, so when she made a comment about a man picking cigarette butts off the ground, and how sad it made her feel, I returned with "That's how they rope you in." Kay blew off at me, telling me to mind my own business and stay out of her life. I was shocked. It was a complete 180 to the dynamic we had, but I listened and treated her as a work colleague and nothing else. A week later she's getting offended by how I'm acting now, asking why we don't joke anymore, though not to me. To another coworker. I ignore it and move on because I feel as though she's not interested in rekindling a friendship if she can't talk to me. It was all fine and dandy until Kay starts sabotaging my work. In our cafe we have stations. I generally prep cold drinks, display food for the kitchen, and pay off bills at the till. Suddenly dockets for my station start disappearing. I don't think much of it at first until I know I've seen a docket print out, and then the moment I turn my back it's gone while she's standing there wiping the same spot on the bench. I asked Kay if she'd seen a docket right where she was standing, and she said nothing had printed out. And it only happens when she's working with me. Dockets mysteriously fall to the floor or get thrown in the bin for some reason. But it's a petty thing, and I can't prove it. I just make sure I can see the docket printer at all times, and suddenly it's not happening as much anymore. Then she's suddenly putting through orders at my station that customers never ordered. I'll make a drink, bring it out to a customer only for them to say they never ordered it. When I ask her, she shrugs her shoulders and continues about her work. Kay says the customers did order it, but they must have changed their minds. In my life I have never routinely had that many customers say they never ordered that drink just because they suddenly didn't want it. Then one day I catch her counting the EOD sales and float. She has not been authorized to touch any money on the account. Money had been mysteriously going missing for months. When confronted by the manager after I informed, she said the owner had told her to do it. When the owner comes in and says he never told her to, she then says a coworker told her to actually. Then the other day was the final straw. We have a sh*t POS system that doesn't have all the menu item buttons, so with particular items we have to manual write them in and send it to the stations it's needed. We have a new bagel on the menu, one which I have to grab and give to the kitchen, and I've made sure to tell her numerous times to make sure it prints for me so the kitchen doesn't fall behind waiting for me. But she doesn't listen, instead she lies about it, swearing up and down that she put it in the system correctly, and that I'm having an attitude about it. I go to the till and pull up the order where it blatantly shows to didn't put it in the system correctly. She blames the system and says something else must have happened. I think it was finally being able to catch Kay in a lie which directly affected me. That validation but hurt that someone who has been a nice friend in the past is routinely trying to sabotage your work. And it's not just that, it's the customers who suffer too as a result. So, story times. Who else has had a coworker try to sabotage their work in hospitality? Fed up with idiot customers. Last Thursday, I have a table of 2 come in and sit in my cocktail area. Usually there are 2 of us, but being understaffed and having employees out sick forced me to work it alone, which is fine. The cocktail area used to be self-seating before the pandemic. Now we require people to be sat in the area by our host, unless it is super dead, or they are regulars, or they have a reservation, and the multiple colored signs at the entrance of the bar highlight this. 2 people come and sit down without seeing the host. They steal 2 menus and silverware from a reserved table. I walk up to them, and they ask for a drink menu. I say, oh, the host didn't grab you a drink menu? Oh no, we sat ourselves and just grabbed these menus from the table next to us, is that okay? Actually, next time if you could talk to the host first, we have signs stating guests need to be seated. Oh, we did, and they told us to sit wherever. Okay, well, if that happened, they would have given you menus. Just next time make sure you are seated by a host. So is it okay if we sit here? Yes, it's fine, just check in first next time, that way I know a table is here, and you guys don't sit without being served. Can I get you a drink? We still need a minute. 2 minutes later they are gone. Owner says they called me and left. Owner was like, see ya. Felt good to finally give it back for once. I had nothing to say. I work at a local pizza/burger place. I am a server and bartender, so I will take tables, and then hop behind the bar to make drinks also. Last night a woman at the bar ordered a Grey Goose and cranberry from me. A few minutes later she told me she had a complaint, and told me that her drink did not have Grey Goose in it. I looked at her confused and she said, this is clearly a lower quality vodka, I can tell because of the aftertaste. I said, I'm sorry, I don't know what to say, you saw me pick up the Grey Goose and make it for you. No, I can tell the difference between top shelf and cheap liquor. Top shelf shouldn't have an aftertaste. This has an aftertaste. Okay, do you want me to make you something else? No, this is fine, I just should have bought well liquor if that's what you were going to serve me. It's obvious that this place pours low quality vodka into the Grey Goose bottles to save money. I was really caught off guard, honestly. I didn't know what to say at all. I'm not one to be shy to respond to customers, but for some reason it made me really mad right away. I could feel my face heating up and I just couldn't think of a way to handle it. I was speechless at first. Asked her if she just wanted something else instead, she said no and drank it. I charged her full price because I know well that was Grey Goose. I opened the bottle myself. And she drank the whole thing and didn't ask for anything else. She left upset that I charged her for it, and I got $0 on $45.